What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video today, I'm going to break down the real costs associated with selling your house, coming up right after this. Back to the YouTube channel that's all about real estate. My name is Alex and I post at least one video a week. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about real estate. A little bit about myself, I'm a real estate agent out here in Washington. So if you have any questions about real estate buying or selling needs, all my contact information is down there in the bio, also with all my social media links as well. Now onto the video you're waiting for. What are the costs associated with selling your property? I would say this is probably about half and half. A lot of people don't even know that there are costs associated with selling their property, and when you tell them the amount, they're like, whoa, you know, it costs this much in order just to sell my house and move. And the other half, they kind of have an idea, but they don't know exactly. So I want to clear up all that confusion for you guys so you leave this video knowing exactly how much it would cost to sell your house. And let's break down some numbers right now. So really the four main categories that you need to worry about when selling your house is number one, real estate commissions. You have to pay a listing agent in order to list your house, market your house, bring a buyer to your property, do all the legal paperwork, open up escrow, all sorts of things like that. And then you have to pay a selling agent, the agent that actually brings a buyer to your house, and ultimately is gonna actually sell your house, hence selling agent. So those are kind of the two sides of the real estate transaction. Normally this is gonna equal 6% total commission of the sale price of your house. So if you're selling, for example, $1 million house, $60,000 in real estate commissions is what you can budget. Second big cost associated with selling your property is excise tax. That's gonna be triggered when your house closes. You're gonna have to pay this. And before the new year, 2020, this was on a fixed rate of 1.78% of the sale price. Now they passed a new law after the new year, and it's actually on a graduated scale. So let me pull this up so you can see the different tax rates. And actually you can see and remember that there's going to be a local rate of about 0.5% added onto these figures. So you can see actually at 1.1% of a sale price up to $500,000, you're actually going to save a little bit of money, right? That's going to be 1.68% instead of 1.78%. And now on the sale prices, $500,000 up to 1.5 million, that's going to be the same 1.78%. Now this is where you're gonna pay more tax for the higher price point homes. You can see 2.75% of anything from 1.5 to 3 million. Remember, local rates of 0.5% will be added onto that. And then ultimately on the very, very top, sale prices above 3 million will trigger the highest graduated tax tier. For excise tax, 3%. Once again, local rates, 0.5% will be added on top of that. The last two costs associated with selling your property, and I'll just put them together, is escrow and title. They're pretty similar. An escrow account, everything's gonna go through escrow. All the funds, all the documents will be held through escrow. Your closing docs, you go to the closing officer in the escrow office and sign docs there. So you pay a fee for this whole service for them basically managing the transaction. Normally around $500,000 sale price, it's gonna be around $1,100, $1,200 for escrow. And then title for a homeowner, you're gonna have to pay the homeowner's title policy. This is very minimal. It shouldn't be more than $1,000 if you're talking about a $500,000 sale price. Keep in mind, this is on a graduated scale, just like the excise tax. The more expensive your property, the more expensive escrow and title will be when you close on your house. With all this being said, what's a good rule of thumb? This is what I go off of when I tell people without running the numbers and getting exact numbers from escrow and title. Just do 6% real estate commission, 1.78% excise tax, we're at 7.78%, and then add, just a little bit more, so about 8% total cost is gonna be involved for selling your house. So on a $1 million sale, you're gonna trigger about $80,000 in closing costs just to sell your house. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. Maybe you already knew that. Hopefully I taught some of you guys out there that had no idea about any of this. Hopefully you're now educated that yes, there are costs associated with selling your property. It can be very expensive. So, just keep in mind, with appreciation of properties, it's going to be hard to make money on a property if you just live in it for a year or two, right? You really need to let that appreciation start happening, 5 to 10 years in a house, build up a good amount of equity. And then when you turn around and sell your house, you're not even gonna worry about the closing costs because you're gonna have a lot of equity already built into the house. So if you guys like this video this week, stay tuned for future videos coming. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.